He's been chairman of the BBC Trust, the corporation's governing body and regulator, for nearly a year now. Back in the 1980s, he was Chris Patten, government minister and Conservative Party chairman. In the 90s, he was Britain's last governor of Hong Kong. Then in 2003, he was appointed Chancellor of Oxford University. Today, as Lord Patten, he brought his experience to the Leveson Inquiry. His first target, party leaders for their cosy relationships with media executives.
I think major political parties, and particularly their leaders over the last 20 or 25 years, have often demeaned themselves by the extent to which they've paid court on proprietors and editors. Of course, I'm in favour of talking to editors and journalists, but I'm not in favour of grovelling.
As chairman of the BBC Trust, he said he had comparatively little contact with political leaders.
I've seen the Prime Minister once.
Now, accepting...
I'd have presumably seen the Prime Minister and other party leaders more frequently if I'd been a News International executive.
Then the central question of regulation. Lord Patten said that, unlike broadcasters, newspapers should be left to sort out their own problems without new laws from Parliament.
I think, if possible, politicians should be kept out of these areas, but unless the press, owners, editors come up with a convincing scheme, we'll presumably get drawn in that direction.
Coming from someone with Lord Patten's experience, those comments will certainly add weight to the efforts by the newspaper groups to resist any form of statutory control. Earlier, the BBC's Director General Mark Thompson told the inquiry that there was no evidence of phone hacking at the BBC. Nicholas Witchell, BBC News, at the Leveson Inquiry.